All right, let's talk about some news. Love this. All right, let's talk about this a little bit. Man, I love this. Love this mashup. It's by DJ Z Trip. Mash Uptight. Love it. Listen. All right. Enough music. Okay. It says Apple. Now, this is all over the news yesterday. It says that Apple is fighting an order to unlock the San Bernardino Gun's iPhone, if I could say that word. Now, this is a really, really important issue. In essence, the Obama administration and one of them is fighting one of the most valuable companies, according to the New York Times, in a dispute with far-reaching legal implications. And it says the Apple case really goes to the heart of the encryption issue. And what he's talking about is there's a lot of talk with Snowden, with the NSA, with mass surveillance, and a lot of people don't understand how important that issue is. And of course, let me just show you some stuff. It says the Fourth Amendment, and this is whenever we're talking about encryption and the government, we have to understand the government is bound by the Constitution. The United States Constitution, Bill of Rights, and the Fourth Amendment is the critical issue. And these days, everything's so political of who you're with, or are you a Republican, or you're a Democrat, or you're a Libertarian. But at the end of the day, I'm a constitutionalist. I mean, I'm technically registered a libertarian, but I'm a constitutionalist. And so I tend to look at everything by like a real simple, what does the Constitution say? So whenever I see the government putting pressure on a high-tech company to have mass surveillance, not individualized surveillance towards someone that's committed a felony, but actually mass surveillance, that's where Tim Cook is standing up and saying, hey guys, the Fourth Amendment says you can't do that. Now, I know that to talk about the Constitution is not really the most exciting thing, but when we lose the Constitution, that's you don't get that back. So let me encourage you. There's a couple documentaries out there. This is a really, really good one. This is called The Rise and Rise of Bitcoin, and everybody's heard of Bitcoin. I really encourage you to watch this. One of the reasons is, other than it's talking about a digital currency, it's a very well-made documentary, but it speaks to the Fourth Amendment because there's a guy in jail in Austin, Texas, who the government broke the Fourth Amendment to incarcerate him. And here's a man that is kind of a new Steve Jobs, if you will. And again, just watch the documentary. You're going to see a lot of stories time and time again. So the rise and rise of Bitcoin speaks directly to the Fourth Amendment. And here's another one I just watched, and it's really interesting. It's called The Internet's Own Boy, the story of Aaron Swartz. That is such a good documentary. Again, these are two individualized stories that speak directly to the Fourth Amendment. So we have Bitcoin, we have Aaron Swartz, we have Apple, and the reason why I'm putting this is that a lot of times people think that the Constitution is some sort of dead document. It's this archaic thing that old people want to debate, but we're seeing more and more and more where technology and the Fourth Amendment, that we're really going to have to fight to keep our Fourth Amendment. So when you have a second, if you're looking for a good documentary, The Rise and Rise of Bitcoin is a great one. Cannot overstate that one. And then also the Aaron Swartz, The Internet's Own Boy. Unfortunately, this guy committed suicide. So this guy is incarcerated because of the Fourth Amendment. It was misused. And Aaron Swartz, because the Fourth Amendment was not used correctly, he actually killed himself. He was sentenced to 35 years in federal prison, and he just couldn't deal with it. So he offed himself. And he did some amazing work that's just now beginning to be recognized. So not only do I want to recommend the two documentaries, I want to applaud Tim Cook for what he's doing. And you can see that's my daughter. Miss you, K-Buggy. I love you so much. It's my daughter's artwork. And then, Tim Cook, fight the good fight. We're standing with you. And then, we have to support the Constitution. And then so much of our politics could just be so simple if we would just literally read the Constitution. And every political debate you get in, just say, well, according to the Constitution, this. And, now that we have an avowed socialist running on the Democratic Party, it's interesting how we have come from a democracy of the Bill of Rights that now the Bill of Rights is irrelevant, where, young kids are killing themselves because the governments are misusing the Fourth Amendment. And then, the rise of Bitcoin. Again, just watch these documentaries. I can't speak to them enough, because what these two stories do is they take this Fourth Amendment and they put some today's reality on it. But they put a relevant face on it. Anyway, I'm done for the day. There we go. All right, have a good day. Oh, I think I'm gonna go trade some Twitter. Let's see where Twitter is. Twitter, it's up 16 cents. I don't know if you know, I'm a day trader. Do a lot of private equity. Anyway, they're down. It gapped up. Anyway, have a great day. Go Tim Cook. Hero of the day.